Hi, thanks for stopping by for another story. Today I have a story about picking fruit. Did you know that you can go to farms and pick your own fruits and vegetables? You can do that, especially in my neighborhood. I have a lot of farms around me where I live. And my family would go out, we pick cherries and we pick strawberries and peaches, and you can pick your own vegetables too. So I hope that you have the opportunity to go to a farm sometime during this summer or in the fall when apples are ready and pick your own fruits and vegetables. See where they come from and see how they're grown. Anyway, so today the story is Up, Up, Up. It's apple picking time. And this story is written by Jodie Shapiro, illustrated by Kitty Harville. And here's a picture of all the different kinds of apples, all different colors and flavors. Up, up, up. It's apple picking time. Up, up, up. It's apple picking time. Mama's voice tickles my ear, whispers me awake. On with my shirt, sweater, pants, warm socks, and shoes not tied. Outside, it feels as if we're the only ones awake in the whole world. Dad says, it's a long drive ahead. Amber uses my shoulder for her pillow, but I don't mind. She's keeping me warm while we're driving to the apple ranch. 2 picnics later, one for breakfast, one for lunch, we're finally off the highway and onto the twisting, bumpy, narrow bridge, 1 car only, apple tree lined road. There they are, Granny and Grandpa standing at the gate calling, "Hooray! We're so glad you're finally here. We could hardly wait." Neither could we say. Then everyone is off to the orchard. It's apple picking time. Apple smell is in the air, apple perfume everywhere. There are so many trees, and it looks like 1,000,000 apples, red, green, yellow, and pink. I don't know where to start, I tell Grandpa. He pulls a yellow apple off a tree, puts it up to his nose, and breathes in like Mama does with a flower. Ah, it's a perfect apple aroma, says Grandpa, and we lean in close to smell it too. From his pocket, he takes out his red-handled knife and cuts a slice out of the apple. Have a taste, he says. The apple is cool and crunchy and sweet. Everyone has a slice, and we all stand together in the afternoon sunshine, wishing we could have more. But it's apple picking time. Begin with this golden delicious, Myles, Grandpa tells me. He points to the tree where we're standing and hands me a small sack made of cloth. I give the littlest tug, and the yellow fruit almost falls into my hand. It's as big as my softball. The sack gets heavy fast. Every time it's full, I empty it into a wooden field box. We climb up ladders and disappear into the trees. I can see Dad's legs. His voice is coming from the middle of a tree filled with red apples. He's singing a made-up song about loving apple dumplings and eating apple pie. The tree next to him has Mama's laugh. That's the only way I can tell she's in it. Amber and Granny are picking up fruit from the ground. Granny says these apples make the best cider. The mention of cider makes me want some. It's warm work picking apples. I say that it already smells as if cider is hiding somewhere in the orchard. "That's apple orchard perfume you're smelling, Myles," says Granny. Then she surprises us with cups of cool apple juice. All afternoon we fill those apple sacks with delicious, both red and green, golden, Macintosh, Pippin, Winter Banana, a funny name for an apple if you ask me, and the last few stray Gravensteins. The wagon cart is loaded with boxes filled to the brim. Daylight runs out fast in that canyon, even in summer. Granny's pippin pie makes a fine end to an apple-picking day. Early to bed, have to be well rested for an apple-selling day. Up, 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 it's apple-selling time. Grandpa's whiskers scratch my cheek, and the smell of breakfast cooking pulls me out of bed. It's Grandpa's morning oatmeal with sweet-smelling applesauce, and then we're out to the fruit stand through the dew-wet grass. Grandpa turns over the carved wooden sign, and cars pull in. Granny, wearing a big straw hat trimmed all around with shiny apples, greets old friends. "These are the grandkids come to help," she almost sings the words. Apples are tasted, admired, and bought. We carry bags and boxes of apples to cars for the people who come and go all morning. Lunch is a picnic in the sunshine, but we can hardly sit still long enough to eat. It's apple selling time. Then, before you can say Macintosh, Granny Smith, Golden Delicious, Pippin Pie, the sun has flown away, taking the warmth with it. The sign is turned to closed. It's time to call it a day. Supper is fresh-baked apple dumplings floating like islands in a sea of milk. Then there's talking about that apple-selling day. Grandpa puts old jazz records on his phonograph and dances around with Amber. Even Mama and Dad are dancing. But I like lying on the rug in front of the fireplace, just watching everyone being happy, wishing we didn't have to go home tomorrow. It's hard to say goodbye. Hello hugs are much nicer. Sackfuls of apples surround Amber and me. We're driving home. Their cidery smell helps me remember the happy days of apple picking, apple selling time. And here on this page is a recipe for Granny's microwave baked apples. And then we see again all the beautiful different colors of apples. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you get to go pick some fresh fruit of your own from farms, or maybe visit a farm stand where it's nice and fresh. Anyway, be well, stay safe, get some sunshine and fresh air, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.